I really love your passion, Sandy, to try and, first of all, remove the stigma of fear for women. Is breast cancer awareness. Women are aware there's breast cancer, but they're so afraid a lot of times. And the research and work that you and other very noble scientists are working so hard at getting these answers and understanding the cancers and starting to outsmart them because they're not that smart. You just have to listen, you little cell. I knew you're getting your energy from somewhere, and we're gonna cut
figure
you
out where it is. That's right.
Cut you off the path. So as a result, we have another a woman, Cheryl, who's basically said this. She said, "Does the person not get rid of cancer cells? Do they just lie dormant?" That's she's a breast cancer survivor, and she wants to know the answer to that.
Yeah. Well, that's a great question, and I think that for most patients, once you go through the treatment, the primary tumor is removed, that the cancer, the therapies that patients are being given, chemotherapy, I know people don't like it, but here's why why it's recommended, because it kills the cancer cells.
Right. So
what we want to do is we want to kill the cancer cells. The only way to keep them from coming back is to wipe them out.
Right.
Right? So that's really important.
Mm-hmm.
Oftentimes women, for example, if they have hormone positive breast cancer, they'll take something like tamoxifen or a related type of drug. And that keeps the cancer at bay for a long time. So it's just a preventative medicine to try and keep any little tiny cancer cells that might still be there from coming back. So the whole idea is really to develop therapies that will take it down. Take it down, and I think what women really need to know, and their families need to know, is that the fear of cancer coming back is something that I think sits in the back of your mind. But really, if you think about it, the relapse rates are relatively low for women with certain types of breast cancer. So really, find out what kind of breast cancer you have. If it's hormone positive or if it's HER2 positive, maybe it's triple negative breast cancer. We talked about that in our earlier segment about the different kinds of breast cancer. Know your risk, but most importantly, get out there and live.
Yeah. So Tracy is saying, what can you tell me to help me believe that I have a chance to move on with my life? Tracy, I know Tracy, and I think that's a powerful question, and I think that overcoming all that scary stuff with good and empowerment, what can you tell these women? What can you give them to help them to move on with their life?
Candace, you and I have known each other a long time.
Yeah.
And one of the things that's nice about being over 50, only me, not her, is that you might have come across tough times in your life.
Yeah.
And one of the things that you have to remember is that what happened yesterday is behind you. Right. And you got to live for today, and you got to live for now, and you can't let that cloud where you are today. That's what's really, really important.
I see the tenderness in your face and
it's just,
the
it
tears.
is. I mean, we've both been through challenges, really tough challenges in our lives.
Yeah.
And my heart goes out to women who are faced with this. But what I really want to say is that you get a chance to take your life back. Get back on your horse.
Yeah.
And ride.
Yeah.
Because that's what this is all about. And you know what this disease does? It teaches you that you are tougher than you ever realized.
Yeah.
Aw. I know. I'm thinking about my friends that have been through this. My grandmother, my sister-in-law who passed away in her 40s of this disease. But I think for all of us, just to be able to get back on your horse, be brave, take the reins, and get out there and live your life.
Absolutely. Yeah. And to have the confidence in someone like yourself and the other researchers that are working so hard, so many people we don't even know that are focused on the same passion to try and find answers for things, Tell us about the targeted therapies. Tell us what's happening right now. What's new out there? And I understand that you're about to launch some clinical trials into the U.S., which is amazing. So tell me what's going on and what have you done and where are you going?
Okay, well, thank you for that. We went hunting. We specialize in triple negative breast cancer, and what we were
specializing in.
We specialize in because we
Destroying
like to
that
take
thing.
it down.
Yeah.
Take it down.
And women can take things down.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So our company started with women, and a passion
Awesome.
for really trying to make a difference. So triple negative breast cancer. How do we get after that? What do we do to find the lead? So we looked at all of there are 519 kinases in your body, and we looked for which is the most important one for triple negative breast cancer.
Interesting.
And so out of that huge map, this spaghetti mess of what are all these options, 519 options, we found one.
Wow.
And that one is a protein called RSK2. And so we developed a drug against it. And so we're the first, and it turns out that RISC2 it's a really important driver in triple negative breast cancer. And that's why we had to make a drug for it. But it's also really important in other kinds of cancers and potentially other types of breast cancer and even beyond breast cancer. We've got collaborators in Japan that work on prostate cancer, etc.
So it can be applied to other, possibly,
Yeah,
other cancers as well.
at least 14 different types of solid tumors that we know
Wow.
of, and leukemias.
Wow.
Yeah, but we had to start somewhere, right? So we said, okay, first thing, let's just start. We're a small company.
Mhm.
We're going to start, and we're going to stay focused on what we're passionate about, and that's triple negative breast cancer. So we've developed a drug. We have a pill that we've developed, and so that it's convenient for women who they can take it at home, which is great.
Really?
Very convenient, right? So take the pill at home. We've also developed a genetic test where we can actually look at the cancer and identify the protein in the tumor. So eventually, we would like to be able to match up the what does the cancer look like to the application of the drug itself.
Wow.
So that's ultimately what we want to do.
Mhm.
We have more work to be done. There's more research that has to be done to complete that. And so in our upcoming clinical trial, we'll be bringing in all women with metastatic or refractory breast cancer. And then eventually, as we develop the trial further, we'll specialize just in TNBC. And so this is a 3-year plan, and we're just getting started, and we're working really hard to open our trial in the next 6 weeks.
That's incredible. So if I'm in the States and I want to be part of that clinical trial, if I'm one of those women with this little challenge or fight on my hands, I go
boxing
see my
gloves,
doctor? Is that what I do?
Go see your doctor and ask questions. Ask if he or she might think that it would be a good option for you. And I think that's a great way to get started. Ask questions, and no matter whether it's this therapy or any other therapy, because you might hear a lot about, say, immunotherapy, where people are really excited about the immune system taking a punch at cancer.
Right.
It is really important to do your homework.
Yes.
Do your homework, talk to your doctor, get as much information as you possibly can, because it's battle to be won. And I think that as we get more sophisticated, we will win.
Well, we've already won.
Yeah, we have.
There is so much already about it. And cancer doesn't get to define any of us. We are far more than that disease. I had the opportunity to interview Dr. Patch Adams, the real Dr. Patch Adams, several years back, and one of my own family members, a young one, was dealing with cancer at the time, and we were in a bit of a shock as a family, like, wow, this is a tiny child. And I asked Dr. Adams, what advice can you give us? And he made this most powerful statement. He said, never let the cancer define you. You are not cancer.
That's awesome.
You're not cancer. So I am so excited about the work that you do, but more than that, Sandy, I love that your heart of a woman who genuinely cares for women. And Dr. Dunn and many other colleagues like her are passionate about getting to the bottom of what is going on with breast cancer and the proteins and the little obnoxious little things under that microscope that are trying to scare the daylights out of people. And you know what we do in the face of stuff that makes us afraid? We roar at it.
And we fight back.
And we fight back.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Thank you so much. There'll be more about where to get more information on breast cancer treatments and trials, particularly with your company and other therapies out there on the website and on the link that we'll send around. Thanks so much for watching. If you have any questions, please feel free to email us and we'll do our best to respond.
Absolutely. Thank you for the opportunity.
Thanks, Sandra.
Oh.